Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Stack into Bloodnet. Yeah, so Stark and his party members are now at Notional Labs. Well, we ended last episode at Notional Labs and here we are once again. So this is a new area opened up. The second time around, our visit to this company. And yeah, I was trying to get, what was it? Some of the parts or items needed for me to be able to back into the sea space and go to a particular well called Blackwood. That's what I think is where the morph spawner is. And Laszlo wanted to destroy the morph spawner in order to stop the experiment going on at Transtech by trying to repurpose those fragmented memories of lost Deckers, the Deckers that are imprinted into sea space but has been disconnected from their physical bodies. So so Laszlo wanted to stop that, and one way to stop it is to obtain this morph spawner from this experimental lab and destroy it. Yeah, so one of the researchers here was complaining about the security issues at sea space, and I think she was also responsible for blocking us from searching this area. That might have revealed the morph spawner or some kind of item that allows us access to that well called Blackwood. So yeah, I kind of researched again. Of course, I need to have a walkthrough with me at all times or something, now it seems like. But yeah, after that, after I tried my best in order to knock them out without resorting to violence and thus alerting the guards, possibly. I mean, I could try to bite them, but I don't want the humanity to go down any further. And I guess if you bite the person that is assumed to be more innocent, then your humanity is going to take a big hit. Try that on Daryl Payne, the security chief, once again, and I don't think he was the most upstanding guy in this game filled with rogues. But my humanity nonetheless took a sizable hit, around 10% or so. So now it's at around 85%, and also the blood loss is going up, so I have 2 more bottles of blood remaining. I need to make sure that I use it very well. I probably will wait until this thing goes up to warning level where they actually tell you to do something about it, or else suffer the consequences of unceremoniously dumped into the title screen. Yeah, so I researched the internet, asked around the net. Well, yeah, I mean, I just went to the walkthrough on GameFAQs or something. Did not want to spoil myself too much, but was able to find out that these, of course, are paid employees of Transtech and basically leave their work. Of course, yeah, why didn't I think of that? Leave their work after like 8 or something, 8 p.m. or something. So if I return to the lab after dark at around, I don't know, midnight, then I'll be able to search this place with minimal resistance or minimal surveillance. Provided that I can still elude the Transtech security, as the cloak or the security imprinting that Leona Major did for us still works. Yeah, so what I can do is try to get out of this area. I don't even have to travel to the lobby, I can just go straight to New York Street and spend some time visiting the Rovers and Great Lawn, Central Park, reading the fiber optic cables and stuff like that, get more information, whatever I can glean from the wrapping up of some of the quests, and come back when the night falls. Of course, I need to be mindful of the Black Agate have their knives ready for start, so I need to quickly go there as well. Maybe I just do another round around the central Manhattan and see what happens. But first, to the Rovers. Bring Hakim his prized Practice 3000 to the best decking unit available. So let's give him that.
Do you have the deck? The Praxis 3000? You have it? Give it here. Let me see. This is the real thing, all right.
Okay, so he takes the prize, the Praxis.
So now I have a Praxis 3000, but I still only work with Cisco. You want me, he comes along too. Bring Cisco here, and you have us both.
So, yeah, only have to have Cisco in our party in order to recruit him. I wonder what's so special about him that, makes us go through all these hoops in order to enlist his service into our party, or, make our new party member. He must be something special if we have to go through all that in order to bring him along with us. Alright, so how about Pen? Do we have anything that can tell him about?
If this mission of yours involves...
Nope, not yet. He repeats the same refrain. Alright. Yeah. Flash Gibbons is still the guy to go for when you want to search some area. Okay, so we're done that. Be quick enough. Alright, so we've done that. And what is down there? Autonomy Dogs, Trinity Church Cemetery. Now I can go to, let's see, where can I go? To the St. Patrick's Cathedral, but I have an inkling that if we try to complete the quest here, then Johnny Blaze told me Mother Mary is likely to come with us, and that's going to leave us without a member, who can fight, who can, battle with the best of them, including the Rage Gangs and Transtech. And I don't think Mother Mary is the one to hold a rifle, let alone firing at her opponents or, supposed targets of Stark. So, I don't think she's a combat type of person, although she can probably pray them to death or something. Maybe in 22nd century or so, things are a bit different, that not necessarily required to carry some firearms or protection. But yeah, let's leave Mother Mary for later. I mean, I have already a kid tagging along with us that is not really much useful in combat situations. Alright, so Central Park is our destination. The time is...
This is where Deirdre found me last year. Boy, was I in bad shape. I'd probably be dead now if it wasn't for her. Bet you the vampires would have got to me.
Oh yeah, here we go, the song starts. The party starts with Stark now, with his bloodlust. I guess making everything red around him. Making him more likely to party with the denizens of Central Park. Anyways, sorry. Tin Shack's Cleopatra's Needle. Yeah, Cleopatra's Needle is actually a landmark. Yeah, where can I find Kimba? Oh, here she is, okay. Appears deep in thought. Maybe she was wondering when I'm going to be bringing her the cables. Just still waiting.
Pardon my surprise, but I didn't expect to see you with a spool of cable. Breaking into trans-technicals isn't for amateurs.
I'm not an amateur. Like you promised, I expect to be able to deck from here whenever necessary. And you owe me information.
I'll take the cable, and you have my word that once we have our system online, you'll have unlimited access to it. As for information, Jason is prepared to brief you. Speak with him.
Right, Jason von Sanden, the guy who I think Transtech pinned as a problematic character of questionable sanity. Kimba took the cable. Now we have unlimited cable access or internet access. Finally, in 21st century, we have that fiber optics to bring internet to the masses. So Jason von Sanden seems to be this guy, edgy-looking young man. Let's talk with him.
Yes, you've done your part. Kimba gives the word. If you're going to raid trans-technicals, you're going to face security drones. Inch-thick adamantine armor, high-intensity laser cannons, and extremely fluid movement make them nearly unbeatable. I know the people who designed the combat AI. They're nasty, unprincipled sorts. You must disable the drones or they will kill you. Frankly, I'm surprised you survived long enough to obtain the cable. I've looked at the drone's technical specs, and I'm not certain they even have a weakness. I know that each drone regularly links to a central computer for servicing and program updating. This common link with a single computer may be a weakness, but I don't know how you'd exploit it.
Got anything else for me?
I should think that enough. But you have done us a valuable service. If you know the streets as well as you appear to, you've heard the rumors about Praxis Engineering's wireless decking unit. The rumors are true. It was only in the conceptual stages when I was booted, but the design work should be completed by now. They may even have begun production if they caught a few breaks.
Thanks for the tips. I just might be able to profit from this.
Profit. Well, so, I guess Jason told us how to disable the security drones or compromise them. I think that would be more useful if we didn't have Lenora Major's imprinting start getting to Transtech security, so don't have to face them as much. But if we were to face them, this might come rather handy. But I don't know where I could go about figure out where the central computer that Jason mentioned is at Transtech in order to disable or compromise the drones. Alright, I guess at least we have the access to Transtech, no, C-Space from Great Lawn, so maybe you can dig into it and see what's different or what you can find out from the wells that we know. And speaking of wells, yeah, Johnny Blaze told me the code that I was wondering about. It's actually eliminate the masters. Now, I came also across the solution to the code, how the author of a fact was able to solve it. And after the two clues that Zeus and who was that guy? Sorry, Banks gave. What was that? The MRLs and something something. What the heck is this? I think some kind of a reddish face is looking at me or something. Yeah, from across the distance. Whoa. Yeah, sorry I did that. Anywho, yeah, so M's are E's and L's are something. And then I tried to solve it, but then I got, I didn't really have anything to go on after using the two clues. You know, apparently you have to just guess from there. There's no other clues to help you along. The author of the fact was able to kind of figure out the three middle letters might just mean duh, because, you know, that's how the sentence usually goes. And went from there because he was also able to, using that deduction, eliminate some few characters and figure out the letters. Yeah, but then, I don't know, maybe that's where I have to call Micropro's tip line in order to ask what that clue was, or maybe the manual had the code inserted into one of those secret pages where we had to enter in order to progress through the game as a measure of, kind of a measure of a DRM, copy protection. But who knows? Yeah, so maybe I can dig into it right now. Yeah. Let's see. Oh. Yep. Right away. It was just ready for the cables only. And then after the cables arrived, just had to plug it in. And now we have access to C-Space. Now the well that I'm interested in is, of course, eliminate the masters and Blackwood. So we go to both and see what happens. Okay, yeah, the Dragon Soul Box moves over there. I don't know whether there's a difference in speed between soul boxes, but
I'm the File Access Table System module.
okay, so let's go to eliminate the masters first. Alright, okay, we arrived at this really quiet space in C-Space. You can search for items like we did. Okay, your data engine spins through the virtual beams and spans of a data cluster. You are nervous. A person with Hopkins-Bree syndrome shouldn't be in cyberspace. You gamble that your neural implant can hold out while you take care of business. Yeah, I wonder what happened to the neural implant. He kind of gave me some hints as to the status of Stark from time to time, but it seems like it has been a long time since he spoke up. Or maybe lost its speech function or something. Okay, let's search, and Nash of course searches and finds something. This is a source code, fragment of exceedingly complex computer code that is a fragment of the cyberspace source code. Wow. Now I can get this without any problem since I was able to procure a decking, well, the memory, which is now 32 terabyte, which is I think 8 times more than the one that I had previously, so I have a plenty space. Well, not really, but yeah, I mean, I have 6 more or 7 more spaces to fill up, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I have all the C Flyer stuff, I think. I have C Flyer personality, imagination, and memory, ego. Yeah, I have 4. Maybe I have to have 1 more or something in order to, yeah, in order to get the entirety of the personality of this guy called Sea Flyer. Can I get out of this place without exiting the sea space? Yep, I can. So it's time to go to Blackwood.
I'm the
Notional Labs ICE. Your unit contains incomplete hardware. Access denied. Authorized personnel only. Okay, so you need something else in your decking unit. Possibly an essence code to, gain access to the Notional Labs ICE. It happened also with the TTHEAT security ICE. I was able to bypass it by using Devil Pain's essence. Now for now, let's exit the cyberspace. And at least we got one part of the quest item. Alright, so yeah, he's right at the entrance and ready to go, which is what I'm going to do after saving. Alright, strangely enough, the music, the sound that plays when Ramson's bloodlust has increased to a certain point doesn't bother as much. I hope it doesn't do the same to you as well. I mean, I tried to decrease the volume when it happens, so it doesn't bother you as much or surprise you, but it's kind of getting annoying after a while. Okay, so where should we head to? Let's just check our inventory. I try to limit the inventory gazing as much as possible, because obviously it's a bit of a waste of time. Okay, Somna Vapor, this is what I wanted to use to knock out those 2 lab technicians. Or researchers, I guess, if you want to use the proper term, while at Notional Labs, but unfortunately it didn't work because not the right time of day. So Somna Vapor is time-based or location-based. Yeah, I think this is only one-off type of deal. True to the venture games where you combine some of the stuff at a location. Most of the times I think item when you use gets eliminated or it basically disappears, but somehow this remains, and also it says that you can use it multiple times, so I thought that I could probably use it to knock them out. Yeah, it didn't work, fortunately. That's why I kept the gas mask around. Possibly I can sell them. Yeah, and Transtech, I think you need refraction shield in order to protect yourself better from the lasers. That's probably their main method of lethal attack. Camera jacket, okay, so most of these guys now have Caber overalls, which provides better protection. Yeah, pistol, okay. Parcels. Yeah, weapon stuff. Jerry rig tools. I have Elvis. Elvis body. Cyborg. And level 4 cloak. I think I can exchange this somewhere, but I'm not sure exactly where. Tech associate list. Probably drop it or sell it. Maybe not. Maybe that's a kind of confidential material I need to keep around. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I can definitely get rid of this, or I can go back to Cafe Voltaire and hold it in front of Gary Sue, wave it or something. It's a bit of a celebration or victory. Kind of, yeah. Yeah, I guess I can show this to other people to prove that I am a Tackett associate, or I am in good graces of Tackett. Alright, so where should we go? That level 4 cloak I can give to somebody, but I don't know exactly who. Who wanted level 4 cloak? We can search around. The time is... well, it's not time yet, right? Sorry about that. Check the time. 5:58, yeah, still have some time left. Seems like time goes a bit slow since I have loaded the sarcophagus at Renfield's. So I have a bit more time to explore and waste time. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember that I can go to the Plaza Hotel. Where was that? Is it up there? Doom pilots. Maybe one of the Doom pilots wanted the level 4 cloak. Sid and Nancy's. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm getting confused, folks, here. I think it's further down. Yeah. Alright. Pass check.
Welcome to the Hellfire Club, sir. Enjoy your visit.
Thank you, Mr. Guardsman. Alright, so I can give even a pistol, but let me just check whether Walter's still there. Ah, it's still there. What the heck is going on? Say? Maybe he just escaped. Or the solution of the quest has not taken hold. Hopefully I did give Dugan. Maybe I'm using a different save where I didn't give Dugan his film yet. Hopefully not. Hopefully this is... oh my goodness, I can talk to Walter? Okay. What does he have to say?
I have done nothing wrong. There is nothing to see here. Get out.
Okay. You can probably tell that to his wife. Anywho, yeah, this is not what I came for. I wanted to go to the chamber just before the club. I remember there's a person who was dying to get into the club. And one of the solutions, or one of the things I can give him is the lapel pin, so he can gain access and see for himself what horrors lie near the door. Yeah, so this was the guy.
I saw you coming out of the inner sanctum. You must have been great. Will you give another guy a chance? Can you get me in? Will you take my 1,000 for your right to get into the inner sanctum?
Yeah, sure.
Here, you gotta wear this pin to get in. Now these things are hard to come by.
Believe me, I know. This has been on my mind for ages. Here's your grand. Thanks.
Okay, so grand for a pin.
Next time I see you, it'll be on the inside, buddy.
With your blood outside. Ah, sorry about that. Lame jokes everywhere. Yeah, so not too shabby an exchange. Now there is another quest with Marissa, who needs help with psychotic drugs. I think I have some items in order to fulfill that quest. Yeah, I need to look into it or search around. Maybe other characters might pipe up and guide me toward that solution. How to solve Marissa's illness and ingratiate myself either to one of the two. Oh, let's go into it and check. think the time is gonna pass a bit, but I think we still have enough time. Yeah, so these two guys wanted to cure her, Larissa Main, in order to prove their true love. Yeah, so they're in a bit of a spate. I don't know, that's the right word, but yeah, they want to, I guess they want to win her back. Who am I going to choose? I'm kind of leaning towards Riff, but well, I mean, if I could save and see what kind of reward that they offer. I think the Rock guy, the guy who was originally with Larissa, promised to give us 5-figure reward. So maybe I go with him. Yeah, who cares about whether he brought all of these things to himself? Yeah, I have no grudge against him, although he was a bit of a jerk, selling stuff over the fence or something. That's what I read from his secret profile at Transtech. Alright, so let's visit Doom Pilot and see if we can give that cloak to one of the person who requested it long time ago. Yeah. 7:28 PM. Alright, so I'm in a bit of a danger zone, as I'm used to be saying. Okay, Stive. Yeah. Scream Wife. I think she's the one who wanted the cloak. Let's just check other rogues here. Ghost Walker. Alright. Still Scowling. Sysconfig. Okay. Glad to see you again.
Got a feeling I'll be hearing about your accident next.
She was not the one.
Hey, Stark. You bring the cloaking chip? I got the bank code.
So she was the one who wanted a cloak. Okay. Alright, so sure.
Thanks, Stark. I really needed that cloak with all the dangerous work I've been doing lately. Turns out the bank address code is surprisingly simple. NY Vault.
Huh.
The Trans-Technicals Bank of New York will be glad to see you, I'm sure. Remember, Stark, don't get greedy. You can still get burned. The more often you dip from the well, the greater your chances you're gonna get caught. Good luck.
Okay, so I think I visited that well already. I don't know, maybe I was confused and thought that I was able to use that well code without even having earned it. Maybe I read it in the fact while searching for something and then thought I already have found out what the well was. Or maybe there was another character who mentioned the well code. I don't know.
Hey Stark, I heard about what you did for sysconfig. It's good to have the group running like a machine again, isn't it? Friends helping out friends. Let me do what I can, too. I know Sys gave you the bank cyber address. I take it you know enough to use the Safecracker program to get in, old pal.
Huh.
Just remember, be cool about it. I discovered that once you get into the 6 figures, you're asking to get busted.
Thanks a lot, man.
No problem. What are old friends for besides helping you rip off the company?
That's right. Yeah. It's as good of a way to gain new friends getting back at the company. Now, can I go into the decking unit and connect to C-Space? No. They mentioned about the wireless decking unit that would allow me to deck from anywhere. Maybe that's a thing in this game. Maybe it wasn't implemented in time. But that's pretty cool, yeah. The natural evolutionary step for the decking to take. Alright, so maybe I should save before everything gets out of hand. Doing pilots once again. All comes to a circle as I'm trying to get the necessary items to correct people. Alright, let's see. Now, all the way up here, I can go to Electric Anarchy. What did Chuck want? Well, I think he mentioned something I don't know exactly what. I need to check my note. I need to get to that. I need to get some kind of essence in order to enter Blackwood. Or I can go back to Rovers to ask Penn about the source code. I think that's when Penn is going to have something to talk about. Yeah, maybe that's where I should be landing. Storefront, well, yeah, I'm not gonna waste time, you know, before I know exactly the kind of battles that's going to take place. Right now, I'm safe from that. Voltaire, yeah, I need to visit here once again because there's a quest with Cyril involved. Yeah, still a lot of things to do, folks. Let's see. Maybe now I can. Observing physiological imbalances. Your body craves blood. Distressingly. You must consume human blood or die. Estimate 6 hours until expiration. Yeah, this is a good time as any to imbibe that red stuff. I have one more left, folks. This is going into a bit of a iffy territory now. To really move.
What do you make of this?
Yeah, good.
At least one guy's already died because he owned it. There was a Transtech security captain who said this was a fragment of cyberspace source code.
Shock the Matrix. Let me see that. I don't want to overstate the possibilities of this, but depending on what precisely this is a fragment of, this could be potent. We'll all have to take a shot at this, but Reflex should get first crack. Show it to him. Be careful. This could be worth killing for. Company could come gunning for you.
Appreciate it, pal.
I don't need to know the whole score here, but I know you have a vendetta against the company for what they did to your head. You aren't doing something drastic, are you?
I'd like to see the headquarters aflame and the Star Chamber hanging from the light posts on Broadway. But I'm not a suicide jockey. I move against the company. I do it for profit, not revenge.
Oh yeah, you're into something. I know you too well for you to lie to me. Here, this might help you down the line. It's an inoculator program, effective against over 2,000 computer viruses. I'm copying it into your deck's memory. You might try talking to Trammell over there. He regularly scans some of Transtech's internal bulletin boards. He's picked up on some strangeness in the Star Chamber. He can explain it to you better than I can.
Cool. Inoculators. So yeah, Mr. Kaspersky here. Well, not really. Gave me the inoculator, possibly to disinfect the morph codes, which I'm going to do right away if that's possible. Yeah, okay, so things are getting tracked, yeah. And also need to talk to his buddies.
That just might be helpful.
Larry's hip deep into digging our next series of wells. The ones we got have been up long enough. The company's due to detect one soon.
Great, so I can talk to these guys and see what new things they have to say. Seems pretty interesting that they all have something to talk about suddenly. Okay. Alright, let's begin with this guy. Reflex.
Did you just say to Penn what I think you did? You have Notional Labs code?
Few dead guys thought it was. The company's hot to get it back, but it's just a random slice of code as far as I can tell. I don't see what even you guys can do with it.
You wouldn't, Stark. But then you wouldn't know Notional Labs work from the code for a tic-tac-toe game. If the fragment's substantial enough, and from an important module, we could learn something. You know, if it's just from a text editor, frag it, right? Who cares? If this is from an architecture generator, or virtual graphics spawner, or something big, look out. You say the company's killing to get this back?
Yeah, but they would want it back even if it was a text editor. They wouldn't want to set a precedent for this sort of thing.
Leave it here. We'll all look at it. I've got mathematical optimizer programs and permutations generators that can suggest the directions in which this code could possibly lead. That will get me started. Could take some time, but if the fragment's about anything important, we'll get to it. Don't look too excited about it. You might have just handed me the means for ending Transtech's death grip on C-space. And you look like you've just given me half a dozen donuts.
Donuts? Anywho. Yeah, so he took the source code in order to analyze it and see if he can glean something out of the Transtech way of C-space. Hopefully I didn't give this thing too soon before I need to do something about this thing.
You think this is that important?
If it allows us to learn how the company fabricates cyberspace, yeah, it's that important. Which is why external security will probably fry us on sight if they find out we have this. Who knows, Stark? You might go down in history as the techno-clod who accidentally liberated cyberspace.
Yeah, techno-clod. Eh? Okay. Yeah, at least he's doing us a favor, of course. Yeah, he has I think this guy was probably written in the beginning of the development where the writers were thinking about all the jargons they can come with the cool things about cyberspace and cyberpunk, and wrote these dialogues for him, implementing those ideas. Yeah. Generally I think these characters have rather colorful language, and I do appreciate it. It seems like I'm back in reading Neuromancer or something like that. So let's see what this guy has to say.
Forget about Goldfarb. He got what he deserved.
Alright, Goldfarb. Yeah. Definitely did get what he deserved. Maybe not.
Story time's over, Ransom. I've got work to do.
Oh, okay. So, I thought that we were also supposed to speak with these guys to learn something about something, but, well, it's okay.
Anything else we can do? You name it, pal. You got something you want me to look at? I'll do my best.
Sure. Thanks.
See you around, Stark. Just be certain you're not being followed or something.
Oh, we are definitely being followed. By Van Helsing's goons, possibly. Yeah, it seems like I'm not the only one who are after the Incubus and whatever the source code, and is pretty knowledgeable about what Stark has been doing in and out of Transtech. So they probably figured out by now that Daryl's gone, the security chief, and is preparing for further visits by Stark. But now it's 9:58 p.m., which I think is the time. I mean, even in 21st century, people who work hard and their companies might be given a reprieve from their work and be sent home. So I visit there once again and see if I can get anything out of Notional Labs. So I guess that's probably going to be the last thing I'm going to do here in this episode. Pretty eventful. And okay, so I need to also check the vacuum to see if there's an inoculator that I can use. I think this is the one, yeah. Oops, sorry, I got out for some reason. Wanted to examine it. To do like this. Software designed to search for and eliminate viruses from computer code. Now, I do believe that if we had these morph codes, like Courage code and stuff like this, with virus in it, then the game mentions that from Samson's lab, or where we retrieved it, that this in fact is going to make your humanity go down. But right now I don't really feel that had produced any kind of outcome. My humanity didn't really decrease that much. Maybe it was a balancing issue that they corrected. Oh, this is not the right time. Okay, so you need to be at a certain place and certain time. Well. Okay. I don't know what to think about that. make of this. Not the right time of day. Alright.
Welcome to Trans Technicals Corp.
I think I do, no.
May your day prove profitable.
Yeah, he was trying to mention what is going on with the star chamber. Alright, so we need to take the elevator. Hopefully I don't get caught. I've been lucky so far in evading security drones and personnel. Okay. Sure. Okay, let's go to Notional Labs. Please, I'm crossing my fingers. Alright. So these two researchers that we confronted are gone now. 10:28 p.m. and this guy remains. Maybe this is a janitor or something. Oh, another technician. Has just come out of the net. Alright, so let's greet him.
Whoa! I just came out of a diagnostic deck. Covered the entire J3 sector. Net's busy as hell at night. It's when I get most of my work done. But it's also when we get the most trouble. I'm telling you, these morph codes we developed are going to change the cyberspace experience as we know it. Better skills in the net make the experience an even bigger rush. I'm seeing things on a whole new level. You should try it when you're off the clock. What are you doing so late here anyway?
Plainclothes security. Just checking things out.
The place is creepy at night. Feel more at home when I'm decked in. Why don't you try one of those codes out yourself? Here, I'll put one right into your decking unit.
Nope.
Of course, it's useless without the morph spawner. We keep that under wraps in the Notional Labs well.
Well, thanks for telling me.
You're from security. You know the code. Just deck in during your break and get it. Well, gotta get back to work.
Intelligence code. Okay, so that basically rounds out, well, the type of codes that we have. We can use to morph the character, morph start. I don't know how effective this is going to be, but yeah. Let's just search and see. Yeah, okay, so this is what I came for. Nash Gibbons finds out certain things. 2 extra stuff. Conway's essence. Okay, so Conway was one of the technicians who were decked in and didn't really take a good care of her essence that would allow us to maybe deck into that well, Blackwood. Use Conway's essence to disguise ourselves. Alright, we'll gladly take it to our decking unit straight away. Yeah, and we have also Tech-Etch essence, as you can see. I think I have Tech-Etch essence somewhere in the inventory. Yeah, definitely. I better have it. Anywho, and I also have Dragon Soul Box. Another Dragon Soul Box. I can probably take it off this guy's hands. Hopefully he won't mind. Alright, so we are done at Trans Tech, and we can probably deck right into the sea space and see if we can get them more spawner. Yeah, let's do that. Just as Brit, that guy, suggested. Yeah, is it me or going to sea space take a bit more time than usual? Maybe I'm nervous. Alright. Okay, fat right there. Great.
I'm the File Access Table System module.
Blackwood. Nice. Access to Notional Labs Cluster 1 granted. Have a nice day. Try to have one. Okay, so nothing showing. Let's just check. Trans Technicals Notional Labs stores many of its experimental classified programs in this area of cyberspace. Search once again. Okay, 2 items. One's hidden now, revealed. Praxis Experimental Design. So this is the wireless design that... Who was that guy? Hologram? Talked about? No. He was not the one. Someone else. Maybe Jason Von Sanden. The design plans for a Praxis experimental decking unit, a wireless decking with unit promising interface with cyberspace without the need for a stationary computer. So this is probably what allows us to deck without being in a certain place. More spawner, so this is what it came for. When a decker has downloaded the intelligence, courage, observation, or leadership codes, this program activates the code, enhancing the decker's corresponding skills. Yeah, I think someone mentioned that I need to increase observation skill. I don't know exactly what observation might be needed, but maybe my observation itself is rather low, so that's probably what the helpful viewer. I think it was also Johnny Blaze. Thank you for your input. I think, yeah, that's where the observation skill might be benefited from being increased using the more spawner. So let's exit cyberspace. Can I go anywhere else? Oh yeah, I can also go into NY Vault. Yeah, let's try that. I can skip the animation, I didn't know about it. My goodness, it would make this LP run a bit faster. Right?
I'm the
Okay, so we are ready to rob stuff. And what is this? Oh! Goodness, I had to come here anyways. Yeah, alright, so save game. Don't want to be caught by the bank security. Even the bank is under Transtech control. Everything is now Transtech. Creepy as heck. But not too far from reality. Okay, so can I just click on it? Maybe let's just... I'm not greedy, let's just try with 50,000. What does it do? So do I have to type something in, or can I click? I want 100,000. Maybe I don't really know anything. Can I just click? Right, yeah, keyboard doesn't work. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I need to find the specific code.
I'm the file.
To withdraw money. Or maybe use a decking unit. Conway's Essence, I have level 4 cloak, 32 terabyte memory, looker chip. Now can I run inoculator? Oh, not the right time. When is the right time? Anyways. This is more spawner. If I use the code with more spawner right away, I think I die. Of course, I need to inoculate this first. Yeah, I guess I need to go out and search for the solution once again. I don't know, I think I'm relying too much without trying to figure out within the game itself first. Yeah, the money has to wait. Okay, so maybe I should save once again. Yeah, I shouldn't. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't save. So I think I end the episode right here. I tried to rob the bank but failed. I probably saved at this screen, so maybe if I return with new knowledge of how to rob the bank internet-wise, then I'll do that first thing. Yeah, so Stark has made some inroads here. He got some very critical pieces of information, not the least of which is the source code to the internet. Probably has Al Gore's signature on it. And also was able to deliver some items to those people. Luckily remembered, well not remembered, but luckily found out who wanted that level 4 cloak chip. Got this rather redundant information for reward, but still happy with the kind of progress I made. I have to spend another bottle of blood, so I have one last left. I need to make sure that I get the most mileage out of that one. Yeah, so maybe I don't think I will be able to resolve every quest that is thrown at me, since this is kind of open-natured game with a lot of different non-linear pathways. Yeah, some quests are bound to be missed. We will see what happens. So once again, thank you for watching. Let's back into Bloodnet, and next time, please stay tuned.